First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Get ready. At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Working from the gun, Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Yellow.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
To throw again on 2nd down, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. He is going to find Hill here. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first.
Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. A look at Kerryon Johnson, 2nd-year man out of Auburn. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Monday.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. On the sneak, it's Stafford. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the run, now Stafford going to throw. Looking deep for Julio. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Detroit. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Game situation. Let's go.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Here we go, D. All day, defense.
Johnson running right. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Focus, defense, focus.
Now it's Stafford. Buying time to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Hey. Hey.
Mahomes now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Mahomes will try again on second down. It's Hill, complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now it's Mahomes again. And Robinson with a big catch. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Mahomes now on first down. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 25 yards that time.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
The end of the first quarter with the score Lions 3, Chiefs nothing.
Tight end right.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And again, it's Mahomes. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly.
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Lions take over first and 10
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. Through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Move. Hey.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And this one will be brought back to the 22. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now 1st down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
Well, it certainly is. Boy, he eats up ground, and he usually goes up and gets it.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Hill on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On 2nd and 9, Stafford steps away to his left. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, there to knock it away. The Lions on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Stafford. This is Johnson. He's got it. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Rashad Breeland there defensively and able to knock that one down to the ground. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Back to throw, Stafford. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Stafford. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First down for the Chiefs, solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This for his running back, McCoy. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 28 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check. Fresno.
Go. Hey.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Airing one deep for Curse. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
All day, baby. Let's go.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Everyone's got four down.
On first down, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Mahomes to throw.
Got four down.
Gonna let one fly for Robin. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Demarcus Robinson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry?
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, that's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for the Lions. 43 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Stafford looking in zone for Jones. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Johnson. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Mahomes now to throw. Touchdown, Chiefs!
They can't see us.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Monday.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested. And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time. And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football. Watch out for Hill on the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak. So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jared Davis. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board. And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
Mike 51. All day, baby, all day.
After the interception, here's Stafford. He'll let this go end zone for Green. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. He'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here. Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it. Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 14. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. I got one.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. big loss here as he's taken down. Darren Lee. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, Stafford looking deep for Julio. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point good by Prater. They're on to the second half now down in Miami. The Dolphins have scored again to extend their lead a bit. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's McCoy.
Go! It's run! It's running!
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Mahomes going to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 37. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He was looking for Watkins that time. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Hey, Delta. Mike 51. Hey, let's hurry up.
Operating from the gun. Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Stafford trying to lay one up deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. A.J. Green, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Prater for the extra point. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Mahomes now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Dancing to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Yellow.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. This is caught by Robinson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Now a draw play. This is McCoy. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Everyone's got 4 down. Hey, 43.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Forced out to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The Chiefs on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
87's mine. I got 87.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's complete to Robinson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. And that's complete. It's Green here. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, he had 0. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Mike. Hey, Haywood. He's Monday. He's tired of us.
He's crashing it. He's checking crash.
To throw again. Stafford. He's going to look deep down the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that
he's got a man complete. And he will finally be taken down up at the 43. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. And even 40 yards. Now here's Mahomes. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup of 38. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Will Harris, the rookie from Boston College, who picked it. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Let's get this.
That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
and you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. It's Hill, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Butker able to put this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Mahomes going to throw it here. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. To try again after the sack. Mahomes. It's caught inside the 25. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Hey, 43, 15.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Watkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Chiefs, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Know you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down the finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People if they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use a, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me point up and it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian, blame that on Gino. Smells like the medallion, the skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell, keep your distance from myself. At a genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills, they can't get it by they self.
That's why you treat my friend good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just enough.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way, cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold, I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this round here, I make a joke everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Yeah. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. Yeah. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my every drop, when I drop, look at shorty, she support ride, lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winner side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard.